we continue our talk about fractions with lesson 3.7. So, review again. You have your numerator, oops, wrong color, numerator over your denominator Your denominator tells you how much something is split into. So here's my whole, and let's say it's fourths. My denominator is fourths. Let's say I color in 2. 2/4 colored, or 1/2. We also know that a fraction that looks like this, 3/2, is an improper fraction, which means that the numerator, our top number, is bigger than the denominator, our bottom number, and we can turn this into a mixed fraction, which is a whole number and a fraction together. So, how many times does 2 go into 3? Once. 3 minus 2 is 1, left over my half. It would look something like this. Circle split in half, circle split in half. I have 3 halves. Here's my whole, and my half left over is right there. We've also learned that you cannot add fractions with different denominators. So if I have 3/4 plus 1/4, I can add them together because they have the same denominator. So that would equal 4/4, which is 1 whole. However, what about a fraction that looks like this? 1/5 plus 7/8. Can I add those together? No. I cannot add those together because they do not have the same denominator. Same goes for subtraction. If I have 5/6 minus 2/6, I can subtract the same denominator. These numbers are the same. So if I have the same denominator, 6 is on the bottom, 5 minus 2 is 3. What about if I had 7/8 minus 10/12? No, I cannot do that because they do not have the same denominator. Let's take a look at your homework. It says, for problems 1 and 2, circle the best estimate, explain your estimation strategies. To someone at home, the sum of 3/4 and 18/19 is closest to 1 or 2 or 0. Now, you can look in your student reference journal for this, or and see what it would be. So if you look at your number line below, imagine splitting 0 to 1 into 19 spots. That would be a lot. So, what if we estimated? We need to estimate. So circle your best estimate. So we're taking an educated guess. Could it be 0? I would say no, because we have something. And 3/4, think of it as 3/4, that's closer to 1 than it is 0. You're closer to $1 than you are to nothing. So if I have 2 things that are close to 1, what do you think it would be? I'm going to circle 2 because I think that's my best estimate. Because I know that this is 3/4 would look like this, and then 18/19 would be 15, 16, 17. It's got a little sloppy, but it would be all of this colored in. That's pretty close to 1. With this little sliver left over. 2 says 2 and 3/8 minus 3/4 is less than 2 or greater than 2. Try that one on your own. I suggest drawing a picture and looking at your student reference journal for that one. Then it says for problems 3 through 5, refer to the number line below. Henry ran 1 and 5/8 miles in the morning and 9/10 of a mile in the afternoon. About how many miles did he run in all? Place an X on the number line to show your estimate. If I'm looking at the number line, I know Henry ran at least 1 mile because I have 1 whole one. Then it says he ran 9/10 of a mile. That's pretty close to another 2 miles. And then I have 5/8. And so that's over another half mile. So I'm going to put my X about here. I think it's in between 2.5 and 3 miles. Then it says Tia ran 2 and 7/8 miles. George ran 1 and 1/10 mile. About how many more miles did Tia run than George? Place a star on the number line to show your estimate. Again, I would do something like I did with 3. First, we know Tia ran 2 miles. So I can draw my red line all the way to 2. And then 7/8, that's close to 3. So she ran all the way to here. Now, place George on your number line in a different color and place a star to show your estimate. So you need to show me the difference between the two. And then explain how you estimated the difference in problem 4. I should see something written of. I took a color and I knew Tia ran at least 2 miles. So I started right there, and that 7/8 is almost a whole. Draw me a picture. Explain your reasoning. That is what I'm looking for. The bottom part of your homework is review. Remember, volume equals length times width times height, or base times height.